Howdy everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Debauchery Circus campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM, and joining me around my virtual table today are Brandie, Brie, Jr., and Steven. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Now, we've got a lot of new content coming out very soon here on Random Rhapsody. On Wednesday, March 15th, we will be running a special high improv one-shot called Shenanigans with Falderal and Fiddledee, which will also tie into our next big announcement. We're finally running our Curse of Strahd campaign. We've been talking about it for a while now, but I'm happy to announce that we will be starting up that campaign on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday in April. Now you can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we're doing by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV and on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody. Okay, that should do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the world of Loroupa and continue on with the adventures of the Debauchery Circus. Now we're back. So when we last left off, the Debauchery Circus had traveled deep underneath the Convent of Jorun as they investigated its connection to the Cult of the Dream. After a very long elevator ride down, the team discovered a long cave tunnel suspiciously lit by torches. Toward one end of the tunnel, the team found a bricked-off section of tunnel complete with an iron-wrought door with a security window. Further exploration revealed a wide cavern filled with scummy green water and a pair of haggard-looking nuns, overseen by a monstrous lamia. Blaznir attempted to distract the group by changing into the guise of the Reverend Mother, but it was quickly clear that the trio was not buying his performance. Instead, Blaznir simply dropped the charade and instead summoned a horde of spiders to surround them all. And it was a good thing he did, for the cave was also filled with a dozen tiny gazers living in the pools, which all swarmed up and to defend their keepers. The battle was chaotic, to say the least. Tomas managed to use his magic to send the Lamia and the nuns to sleep after the group wailed on the Lamia for a bit. And as they all turned their attentions on the floating abominations, another group of nuns came out from the far passage to investigate the noises, and upon seeing the pandemonium that's ensuing, attempted to flee up the elevator, probably to, warn everybody above. Tomas and a couple of spiders were forced to chase after them and stop them before they alerted everybody, and managed to get them before they got up too far in the elevator. And so, Debauchery Circus, you all managed to eliminate the nuns and the gazers in short order, though there was a small loss to Blaznir's spider horde. With this battle now complete, Corin decided to explore the small prison he had found, while Ichabod and Tomas attempted to interrogate the Lamia. Lapis decided to take that opportunity to check out the pools, since, turtles can hold their breath and all that. And, about the time that Tomas and Ichabod had finished up with the Lamia, Corin saw a few huddled shapes behind the bars of what turned out to be a jail cell. And Lapis, you about that time realize that there's a lot of algae at the bottom of those pools. But while that's all going on, a question does come to each of your minds. And what we rolled was
51.
what do you do every night before you fall asleep? What is your routine? What is your what do you need to do to drift off? And Corin, since you're the one who rolled, why don't you go ahead and go first?
I don't sleep because I trance, so I generally just make sure that Ichabod can get to sleep, and then I just kind of read, relax, meditate.
Fair enough. Okay. Ichabod, how about you?
This is easy. Ichabod prays every night before he goes to sleep, so that you can shed the sins of the day and start the next day fresh and new.
I like it. Lapis, how about you?
Lapis meditates every night before, I guess, pulling into her shell and going to sleep.
Okay. Blaznir, how about you?
I think I would put some incense on. Uh, Stay up for a little bit thinking about the pranks I could pull, but unfortunately don't pull any of them and just fall asleep.
Scheming.
Yeah, I just sit there scheming.
Thinking about being a lich and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Read a book of necromancy. Realize that there's nothing I can do with it. Still read it though.
Yep,
Idiot's
that is
Guide to
fair.
Being a Lich.
How to be Druid Lich.
Yeah, my Blaznir's internet search history is just.
I feel like Blaznir's gonna switch sides. He's gonna switch teams.
Feel like
No,
he
no, no,
first
they're-
came up with the idea while using some of his plants. Like, whoa, dude, but what if you were like a lich, but like a druid lich, man?
Lich for dummies.
Oh, Matt.
Okay, well, Circus, you are all in the cave right now. You got a dead Lamia at your feet. There are still two of the nuns who are asleep and being restrained by the spiders that are left in Blaznir's control. Blaznir, how long does that last, by the way?
I think it's an hour. Yeah, an hour, or unless I lose concentration.
Fair enough. Good thing you haven't been hit yet, but we'll have to make sure to change all that. Anyway, so
Good luck.
while you know that as Ichabod and Tomas are kind of finishing up and examining everything else, Lapis, you've been in the pools kind of looking around. There's a lot of algae and stuff down there. What are you wanting to accomplish underneath the water?
I mean, I'm guessing because since we saw all these little gazer things, whatever, coming out, I'd be looking to see if there's like, I don't know how these fuckers breed. Are there eggs or shit, babies, more that we need?
Larva.
Okay.
Whatever.
Go ahead and give me a investigation check or a perception check, either one.
Okay, I'm gonna do investigation because it's marginally better, and that's a 6. That is awful.
Yeah, you're swimming down into this this pool here, looking around. There's tons and tons of algae. There, those plants that kind of feel like feathers that are just coating the bottom. You can see like little indentations of like, say, maybe something the size of a softball, kind of got pressed down into the mud and moved around a little bit. Like a little nest or something like that. And you can see like a few places where these are. You get up into the next pool and kind of look around, and you see pretty much the same thing. There's nothing really down there. There are no eggs. There's no egg shells, in fact. Nothing that really gives any sort of clear identification of how these things are bred or whether or not they're, just pooped into existence.
Gross, Matt. Gross.
Yeah.
Ichabod was very engrossed in his cruelty against this Lamia, but then he realized that Corin was not present. So I think he's walking around with his fists clenched and looking back and forth for Corin.
Yeah, absolutely. As you go walking down the corridor where those where Corin had disappeared to, you do see that there is another wall over here. I didn't mention that before. A bricked up wall that's kind of enclosing one of the larger passages. You can also see that there is an iron door built into that wall that kind of separates this chamber from something beyond. The cavern goes north for a little ways and then curves off into a T, going both right and left. And you do remember, as you gaze down there, you can see that door had been opened slightly. I believe Corin opened it just a little bit to show that he had gone that way.
Yep.
So you can see that.
All right.
Hey, down that bricked up hallway, do we hear anybody yelling at Montresor?
Well, you are far a ways right now. You're actually in that prison area. So, looking at that, you can see that you're basically in a small sitting room. There's a walled-off bathroom to one side. There's a table and some chairs, and there's there's basically about 20 gold pieces worth of gold, silver, and copper spread about on the table, as well as a bunch of playing cards. You can also see to the north of that area that there is a barred off area, an actual cell of bars with a big old iron door in the middle of it, which is locked, but you can see through it to the other side. And you saw past that there are some huddled shapes of what appear to be people in cages and cells further on.
Yeah, you were going to tell me if I recognized any of them this session.
Yeah, go ahead, give me a perception check and then a history check.
Sure.
You hear my voice down the hall in the distance. Corin, where the fuck are you?
Perception is 22. History is 24.
So glancing over the group, they are all human. Several of them are very emaciated. You can see that they've lost quite a bit of weight. They're wearing rags. They are not chained up in any way. And as you're looking over there, you can see them kind of shuffling a little bit. And in the light, one of them seems to kind of climb up and look out to see who's there. And your eyes lock. And you have actually seen this individual before.
Yeah.
With your 24 history, you recognize them as somebody from the conclave that you met in North EMEA. This is actually one of the women that you met who was working the front desk there at the Erudite Conclave when you first went through there. Her name is Esmeralda something or other. You're like, what is her last name? I don't remember, but I remember that first name. And she was this woman who is not really rude to you, but was a little bit dismissive when you went there one time. But she's looking at you. You don't see any recognition on her face at all. She's looking at you almost fearfully.
I'll just look at her and go, Esmeralda of the Conclave?
She gives you a kind of confused look. She kind of looks back, looks around, looks at the other people through the bars on the other side of the cell. She looks back at you. Who are you?
My name is Corin Hassan, And apparently, despite our previous interactions, me and my friends have come to rescue you.
You're kind of calling this from across several layers of bars here. Because there is the bars that blocking you from the cells, then all the cells have the bars and the doors and that sort of thing. So you kind of like you're calling across a room a little bit. Ichabod, you would be hearing this, and you're kind of following the echo of those voices.
Yeah. I'm like stressed out and worried that he got murdered in the time I was not paying attention.
But you can hear him, and you can hear him talking, and calling out to this individual.
I'm gonna pull out my thieves' tools and I guess open the main gate.
Okay.
Try to.
You go ahead and make a thieves' tools check.
Corin, what the hell's going on over
25.
here?
Prisoners.
You kneel down and start and insert your thieves' tools, and it's not a difficult lock for you. Very easily, and the door swings wide open.
Excellent.
I want to grab his arm and be like, let me go first. You gotta be careful, okay? I want to step in.
Okay. Yeah, you step in through the open door now, and you can see, as you kind of gaze down, you should be able to move past without issue.
Sure.
You can see that there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little cells, all of nothing but wrought iron rods, and then a door in the center of each one. Looking over them, all 4 of them are human. There are 4 individuals in these 6 cells, each one in a cell of their own. The one that Corin seems to be focusing on, you can look over them, but you've never seen this individual yourself, or really any of the others. The 2 towards the back appear to be late middle-aged human women. The one next to the woman you're talking to, the woman Corin identified as Esmeralda, she seems a bit younger, like maybe late 20s or so. All of them are dirty. All of them are emaciated and sickly. And all of them are kind of creeping up towards the bars now, looking extremely confused at all of you all. Or at the 2 of you, at least.
Corin.
Yes.
I understand why you might want to help these people.
But
We kind of have a job to finish first. I'm not sure it'll behoove us to be trailing along rescues.
who said we had to trail them along?
We'll just let them run up to the nunnery, I guess.
Yeah. Or at the very least, be free of their cells so they can look for food down here.
All right. First, I think we should determine if we can 100% trust them.
Well, she, and I'll point, is a member of the Conclave.
All right. That doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. I'm just saying we should be careful. We know that they have the means to brainwash people. So I'm just saying
Do whatever determinations you wish before I release any of them.
All right. I'll turn to Esmeralda, the one that he's talking to, and go, can you explain to me a little bit of why y'all are in these cells? I presume you wouldn't turn yourself over to their dealings.
Can't hear you.
Hello?
Sorry about that. She looks up at you as you're saying this, and she says, "You're waiting. Are you with the sisters?
Are you waiting for your baptism, ma'am?
Baptism? No. We had our baptism. We are waiting patiently."
Do you remember what you're waiting for?
She kind of looks at you blankly. Make an insight check.
Love to. That's a nat 2027. I see her soul.
Yes,
Bare your
she
soul to me,
seems
woman.
extremely confused. You're looking her over, and like you're taking in the details of her face. Her eyes, her pupils are dilated. She like seems to be swaying a little bit back and forth as she kneels there on the ground. Um, she, you can tell very clearly she seems confused, almost addled, as though like there's not a lot going on upstairs.
She's an empty vessel. She's waiting to be filled.
Not so much she's an empty vessel. It's more like, what's the best? Like, she seems innocent, almost, as though she's not quite sure of her surroundings. She's not quite sure where she is. She seems to be distant and just addled.
I look at Corin, and I say, "It ain't safe. Best thing we can do for these women is to leave them right here until we're finished, and then take them on our way out."
I suppose.
That's my professional opinion.
Are you waiting? Are you waiting as well?
Well, I've been waiting too damn long, honestly, and I'm gonna walk away. Because I know we got those sleeping people in the other room. We're kind of on a clock, all right?
Yep.
I feel bad for these women, but I'm not here to save them. I'm here to kill whatever bad shit's going on down here.
Okay. Well, while that's going on, Blaznir, Lapis, Tomas, when Ichabod walked off, Tomas has been spending most of his time tying up the two sleeping nuns. He has them now hogtied and has kind of moved them over to one side. What are the two of you doing?
I wanna try to start. I kind of want to wake one of them up when they're tied up and start just asking them questions.
How do I become a druid lich?
Tell me your secrets.
Okay, so Tomas has them hogtied, like I said, and moved them over to a wall. So you can walk over and slap one and try to wake one up. Lapis.
I'll lightly poke them on the head. I'm not going to slap.
Okay.
No, that's my style.
Okay, so you walk over and you start tapping them on the shoulder. Lapis, what are you doing during this time?
I guess after I, investigated the pools and discovered I know absolutely nothing about gazer breeding, I would have gone over and helped them out and probably helped Tomas tie them up if he needed to. Otherwise, I'm gonna just kind of be backup for Blaznir in case he's making a mistake here and needs somebody to defend him.
She's now going by Jon Snow because she decided she knows nothing.
Okay, fair enough. So Blaznir, with Lapis kind of looming over you and Tomas keeping an eye down the corridor, what are you wanting to ask this woman as you kind of poke her awake and her eyes kind of start fluttering a little bit and begin to clear?
Hey, welcome back to Awake Land. How are you? How are you feeling right now? Everything okay?
The woman who I've described her in last session, but I'll describe her again. She is wearing the same nun robes that you have seen previously upstairs. She is not wearing one of the habits, the head shawl. Her hair is tied up in a bun. She is human. Her robes are very ragged and kind of dirty at the hems and their sleeves. And as she looks up at you, hogtied and laying on the ground, she says, "Well, it looks as though I've had better days. Are you here to kill me?"
Sorry about. No, I don't really want to kill you. I think you've been brainwashed, and I don't want to kill anyone who's been brainwashed because it's not really your fault, you know. I don't, I'm hoping that dealing with the lamnia would have helped your brain out, but that's why I'm asking you if you're all right. Because
The nun glances over at the Lamia, who's currently lying dead in a pile about 10 feet away. Her throat's been slit. She's got cuts all over her body and all sorts of puncture wounds from the spider. Like, she's a bloody mess. And as the woman looks over to it, you just see her begin to softly sob. Oh, Trolda, oh no.
I'm gonna put my thumb on her forehead and I'm gonna cast spell magic at 4th level.
You're casting Dispel Magic at 4th level.
Yeah, trying to target whatever mind control there is in there.
Assuming she's being mind controlled.
Assuming, but it's
Worth a shot.
Yeah, let me take a look at something
like
real
a
quick.
magical mind control. It could be
because Delaney cast a spell to try to.
Well, it casts Gaius, but the Lamia did tell us last time that there was like a bigger creature deeper in here. That's where they really go to get the.
I would assume mind control is magic of some
Go ahead and pop up Dispel Magic into chat for me. I just want to read the text of it.
I'm just worried. Y'all trying to save people so much. We're not going to have any spells for the battle.
It's fine.
Hey, I didn't use any spells trying to save anybody.
I'm just... We're too nice. That's what...
It is a magical effect. Like if it's
so what, you're going to try and cast Dispel Conscience on us?
Yeah. Okay, so...
Remove morals.
Yep. So, you press a thumb to her forehead, and you cast the spell Dispel Magic.
Mm-hmm.
You do feel that your magic hits something. Go ahead but it's not the woman herself. Go ahead and make a spell check using your spellcasting modifier.
Wisdom. 26.
Nice.
You feel that the dispel magic hits something. It's difficult to tell. It doesn't seem like it's on her itself, but it hits something, and there's a shattering. And then you look down and you see that she had an amulet around her neck, and the necklace of the amulet breaks, and it slides down. Underneath, because it's underneath her robe. It just kind of slides down off of her into her belly area.
I'm just gonna put a hand on her shoulders, like, and how are you feeling now?
You broke my amulet. No. The spells will be able to find me now. And she's like pulling back a little bit.
Hey, if anything's coming to find you, we can take care of it, okay?
Care of it? No, it's my former family. They'll be able to find me again. No, I won't let you. I won't let you. Let them take me away. I won't let them take me away from the dreamer. No, the dreamer is all. The dreamer is all. And she's like beginning to cry. You're seeing tears start to go down her cheeks, and she's huddling back away from you, clearly upset.
Mm-hmm.
Are me and Corin getting back?
This is probably going on about the same time that the two of you are talking to the women.
Okay.
Hey, it's gonna be all right. I promise. If anything, the dreamer would be more angry at me for breaking the amulet, and they would be at you.
As you're saying this, this woman is just utterly sobbing right now. You can see her kind of gnashing her teeth a little bit. Tomas walks over and kind of tugs at your the hem of your robe, and kind of motions you. Hey, come here a second, please.
What's up?
He kind of motions for you to lean down next to him. He's like, I'm pretty sure that this woman is not under any spell effects that you're thinking of. This is clearly a true believer.
One can hope. I don't want to hurt anybody else today.
And he kind of chuckles at that as he's dusting off his hands, and he's like, I don't think we're going to have much of a choice as far as that goes.
I'm aware. I just, you know.
We might want to figure out where the others went. Lapis, keep an eye on that door over there. Nothing's come through yet, but that doesn't mean there won't be.
Okay, I'm gonna stand by it, hold action. If anything comes through, they gotta deal with my quarterstaff.
I can barely hear you, just so you know, Brandie.
I was saying I'll stand over there and hold action, and if anything comes through, they'll have to deal with my quarterstaff.
So one of your friends comes walking through, and you hit them with your quarterstaff.
So you walk over to the
Obviously,
door.
It's gonna be if not one of my buddies, obviously.
So Lapis heads over to the door, which is an iron wrought door, wood, mainly wood, but with iron fittings and that sort of thing. Tomas starts stepping away and heads over to look. About the same time, Ichabod, you and Corin, or you at least, are making your way back to the group. Corin, were you planning on staying, or?
What's this other door down here?
Which one?
This one. Is this the door to the bathroom?
Yeah, that's the bathroom. You should be able to see it inside of it.
Okay, then yes, I would be making my way back. No, let me leave. There we go.
Sweet.
Okay, so you're making your way back around with Ichabod to the rest of the group.
Yes.
Mhm.
Lapis, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's a 30-20.
Okay. With your dirty 20, you can hear from the other side of the door that there is much more trickling sounds, more sounds of water from the far side. It seems oddly quiet.
You know, Ichabod, I must ask you a question of vital importance.
I'm sure it's gonna be real important.
How do you think I would look in a large fur coat?
I think you look quite stunning. we can try that if we ever get out of here.
The rest of the world just groans a little bit.
Yep.
Well, you got these two cultist nuns over here, hog-tied. One's still asleep, one is awake and crying very softly, kind of pulling back away, and just seems quite fearful of everything.
Blaznir doing what Blaznir does best, making women cry.
Do I? I don't. I think.
Just razzing it.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I thought this was an actual comment on my character. I don't think these two are mind controlled, unfortunately.
All right, I draw my sword.
How do we get further in?
Well, there is a door right over here. Haven't checked it or anything yet.
I will check it for traps.
Go for it.
If nobody interferes, I will finish these two cultists.
What do you want? Thieves' tools, sleight of hand?
If you're investigating for traps, you do an investigation check.
Okay, 26.
You looking?
Yeah, there are no traps. It does not seem to be locked. It is securely, or it doesn't seem like there's a padlock, There is a little bar that could go across the door, but the door is unlocked at this point, but it is securely shut.
Okay, so I can open it.
Yeah, you can open it.
I open it.
Don't go running off.
Ichabod, you said while that was going on, you're killing these two prisoners.
Yeah, I'll coup de grace them in the same way. Like, slit their throats.
Does anybody stop them?
I am looking at the door, therefore not paying attention.
Everybody turn around.
I'm looking at the ceiling.
He's like, I pretend I do not see it.
Over there.
Okay.
Dead cultist is a good cultist.
Fair enough. As you approach the crying woman with the knife, she looks up at you, and you see her like stretch her neck out.
Oh, she's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell the dreamer I said I'm coming.
That's depressing.
When you say that, the woman says, "He'll be waiting for you," as you cut her throat.
Such a lovely sound. All right. And then the sleeping one. Try not to wake her.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear any more what these people have to say.
Ichabod casts Summon Pillow.
Yeah, snuff them.
Wow. As for Corin and Lapis, you can see that with the door now open, the tunnel actually goes on for quite a ways, and there are quite a few more pools down in that area.
Frazzle will scout ahead.
You send Frazzle go flying up ahead, and Frazzle can see that the chamber opens up quite a ways. It's a much larger cavern, filled with those dark green pools every so often. Some of them are fed by small trickling water that's coming down from the ceiling or the sides. Others are just big pools in the center of the room. There are what Frazzle can see as feeding troughs near some of the lakes. Others have smaller buckets and things of that nature. You can also see a stone table to one side of the chamber, just a big stone slab that is covered in dark liquid. It's difficult for him to see that far, even though it is light, but it's like viscous and shiny a little bit from the torchlight.
Okay, can I make a check on the green pools? I'm trying to determine if they are just green from all the algae, or if this is actually like some consequence of them being like breeding pools or whatever.
So for that, you would actually have to go over to one of the pools yourself and make an investigation. It's not something that, like, a flying toucan can just fly around and glance at.
Sure, if he tells me that there's not anybody in there, I'll just go to this first pool here.
Matt, can I take the amulet from the sleeping cultist?
Certainly you can. You can pick up a broken, put on your inventory, broken cultist amulet.
One of them was broken, right?
On the other woman? Yeah, absolutely. You go over and check the other woman, and she's also wearing a small amulet on a golden necklace. It is a cultist amulet. It's one of the small ones with the motif of a tree with a door open in the center and a sideways eye peeking out from the open doors.
Interesting. We'll have to do some research on this, because she was saying to Blaznir, I know Ichabod didn't hear this, but saying to Blaznir about, now they can find me. So I'm like, maybe this will be interesting.
So I got a 22.
You walk over and kneel down and do you have like a alchemist toolkit or anything like that?
Let me look and see. I mean, I've got some vials and things, but I don't think I have an actual alchemist kit.
Okay, that's fine. It's more for flavor right now. You get one of your vials out and kind of get some of the liquid and look at it, investigate. do the whole smell test, that sort of thing. It's fairly clear that the liquid in here is a very heavily algae filled pool.
Okay.
You sniff at it, and it doesn't smell like chemically or astringent or that sort of thing. It smells swampy, almost.
Well, then I guess there's not really any point to me collecting any for the Enclave. If it had been related to the geysers, I would have gotten some, but if it's just the algae, I'm not worried about it.
Go ahead. Give me a straight intelligence check.
Sure. 11.
Yeah, it's really difficult to tell. You're not 100% sure if this water is specific for breeding, if it's just it's dirty cave water and that's happens to be what they're using it for. It's really hard to tell at this point. But you could certainly, if you wanted to take samples and that sort of thing, you'd be welcome to.
I'll take a small sample.
Sure, you could do that. You probably are doing that as Tomas comes up behind you and is like, "Yeah, we'll definitely send that to for analysis. See if we can figure out what it is they're using this for."
What I figured.
Suppose we can set up a marching order.
As soon as we're done with that, I want to check out that goo on the table as well.
Also, can I take my quarterstaff and just kind of start poking around in there and make sure there's no geysers and they're waiting to come out at us?
Okay, so you go over to the first pool past the door and start sticking your quarterstaff around in it as Corin goes up to investigate the table covered in ichor. Go ahead and give me another investigation check, Corin.
Sure.
Also, Blaznir, what's your passive perception?
28.
28. Okay,
Since
yeah.
it's ichor, in this case, I'm definitely not touching it with my bare hands. 24.
You kind of you glance over it, you kind of sniff it a little bit. You're fairly certain that it's old blood.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's sticky, it's tacky. It's hard to determine what kind of blood it is, if it's human or animal, until you glance at a bucket that's kind of pushed to the back of it, and you see that there's just a bunch of different bones in it. You can see some fish bones, you can see some animal bones. Probably they're chopping up bits and critters to feed. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm assuming I don't need to take a sample of this. Cool.
Blaznir, as you start making your way, following everybody else, you would be able to hear in the distance with your insane passive perception, whispering from somewhere in the distance. A voice that it's really hard to make out, but it seems to be like calling or pleading almost. It's really hard to make it out though.
Yeah. I'm gonna just tap Ichabod on the shoulder and just whisper, "Hey, I hear some whispering up ahead."
Maybe we should be a little bit more stealthy. Corin, everybody get back here. Alright, yeah, I just want to try to tell everybody to try to be a little stealthy as we move through here.
Certainly.
And if there are any gazers in the pool, I don't want to wake them.
Hey, if you get your passive...
I could send my spiders forward. It wouldn't do much, but I could.
You can do what?
Send my spiders forward, ahead of us.
Yeah, with them.
Bad idea.
Yeah, have them crawl on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Giant spiders in totally normal.
I could tell them, if they, what should I tell them? Because I can't see through their eyes.
Just have them crawl up on the ceiling so that they're in place, I guess.
Yeah, sure. And however many spiders I still have, we're gonna be just above us and they'll swarm on the ceiling. It's just horrible.
It's really horrific.
Yeah, you've got it looks like you've got 8 spiders left, so feel free to go ahead and move them, and we're assuming they're crawling along the ceiling, so just kind of give me the positioning you have them, and I'll kind of help you out from there. The cave itself that you're in is relatively tall. It's a good 70 feet at the least in the center of this room.
Maybe they should be on the walls then instead.
Yeah, just high on the wall.
High on life.
Yeah, because I mean, that's a 70-foot drop. I don't think a spider would really survive a 70-foot drop.
Why don't everybody go ahead and give me stealth checks while you're at it?
Sure.
Don't mind if I do. It's 9.
It's 12. And let me see about making one for my bird.
I always like attempting this stealth. I never expect to do well.
He got an 8.
I got a
Quit flapping.
Maybe I'll just have him rest on my shoulder for now.
Hey, Anesthetic's in chat giving us bits. Hello, Anesthetic. Lovely to see you.
Hello.
Nice bits.
Nice bits indeed.
Oh,
Well?
God. Forgive me, but we always like seeing your bits.
We love seeing your bits in chat.
Yep, always love seeing your bits in chat. Well, you continue forward. Most of you being relatively stealthy. Ichabod just clanking along with those spurs on his heels. His armor just,
Hey, no, the spurs are in my bag from.
Oh, okay. Okay, the spurs are in your bag. My mistake. It's your just your plate armor that's creaking.
My joints.
The toucan is fluttering and kind of making little toucan sounds. Corin, you're just walking along next to him, like probably muttering to yourself a little bit. I don't know. Maybe you're even like thinking along the lines of what it is you're finding here.
Either that or the occasional wince in pain, since I'm at about half health.
Mm-hmm. There is that too. But you continue making your way forward. There is, like I said, a very large pool to one side, and Tomas kind of walks over there and is examining it a little bit. What are the rest of you all doing as you're like sneaking forward?
Okay. Just pushing my spider army forward. Just go on. Have fun.
As you continue to make your way through the chamber, you do see that there is a passage to one side of the wall that seems to lead south towards what you can see in the distance to be a very large lake. As you make your way around that first pool, all of you, pretty much all of you, hear something. And at first, you all stop because it's a voice. But then you realize that you're not hearing it. It's coming in your mind. Who is there? Who steps into our home? You are not ones we have encountered before. Who are you?
Clear your minds.
You all pause and you hear this.
So how much time has passed since we were in that other room?
Probably no more than 10-15 minutes or so. You didn't spend a lot of time looking around.
My protection from evil and good is concentration for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's probably gone from the last battle.
What do I see with this table over here?
You can see that throughout the rest of the chamber there are more of those food troughs. To the one side there is that table there that you can see. It seems to be covered with There, you can see a pestle and mortar. You can see a small cauldron on top of it, as well as a few vials and clay pots and that sort of thing.
Okay, I wish to investigate this.
Okay. You start walking over towards that, and as you do, you hear that voice again calling in your mind. Strange one. Strange. Coming closer. Who are you? Where do you come from? You're not one of the others. And you can see. Sorry. And you can see it in that moment that pool that you're coming up towards, there's a ripple. A bit of a wave that begins to rise just a little bit coming along the surface. You know, like when you see like a whale or something starting to crest upward, and you see that hump. You're just seeing that the water kind of go upward a little bit.
See, I was originally going to make a joke about it being a succubus because you said the phrase coming in our minds, but now it's got like a feminine voice, and you're talking about humps cresting the water, and I'm just like, just making the argument for me.
Don't give in to temptation, Corin.
No, I'm just ignoring the voice and investigating the table. 27.
Okay. With the 27, as you're walking towards it and you kind of look it over, like I said, big iron cauldron filled with, there's no fire under it or anything like that. It's just a cauldron sitting on the table filled with a brownish kind of liquid. You can see some various herbs that you recognize as things like Blaznir has used before in different potions and things of that nature. You glance at the clay pots and open a couple of them and sniff them, and there's a few different chemicals and things like that in them. You're ignoring the pool itself as that water kind of settles.
I mean, I'm not like ignoring the pool entirely because there's obviously something moving there. I'm just ignoring the voice. And,
Okay.
What do I need to do to try to hazard a guess what they might have been doing at this table with all these different ingredients?
Are you trained in alchemy's tools or herbalist tools or anything like that?
No.
Then it would just be straight in intelligence.
Okay.
Can I do something real quick?
Yeah, you can be doing something during this time.
13.
I just wanna expend a bardic inspiration to roll on my spirit tail table. So, I'm gonna do that.
Lapis, what are you doing during that time? I can't hear you at all.
I said I'll be sticking my quarterstaff in some of these pools, making sure there's nothing going to be jumping out at us.
Okay, go ahead and move to one of those pools and give me an investigation check. Ichabod, what are you doing?
So when the voice is speaking, we're all hearing it, right?
Yes, every single one of you hear the same thing in your minds.
Okay. So I'm very concerned that Corin is approaching it. He just keeps running off. Very, very irritating. So I'm trying to protect people. So I think I want to approach and take a look in that pool.
Okay, Blaznir, what did you get on your roll?
I got a 3, and I'm gonna use it right away. It's a Tale of the Beloved Friends, and Ichabod and one creature of his choice can roll a d6 plus 4 and gain that many temporary hit
Another
points.
creature of its choice. 5 feet of 15 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Well, you know, if you did this while I was close to you, I would give it to you, Blaznir.
it's fine.
We're beloved friends.
Just get closer to Corin and get him to temporary HP.
Well, can we say you did this before I walked away?
If you wanted to give it to me, sure, why not?
Yeah, I want to.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I guess.
What is
Okay,
it?
so you.
It's a D6 plus 4.
6, 2 plus 4, 6.
So 6 temporary hit points.
I give Blaznir a bro nod.
You see flashes of just us hanging out, smoking together.
Oh yeah, all the good times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me trying to
That
keep
one
it
sparring
not
match.
Oh yeah, that one
sparring
awesome sparring
we had.
match.
Yeah.
Great. We both got really fucked up, and I don't think we ever really figured out who won.
Yes, we did. It was Corin who won because Ichabod went shirtless.
Oh, it was. I remember it got like split up at the end or something.
Yeah, because I got disconnected.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh man,
I
so
was
it's still up in the air. Oh man, I just imagine we both got knocked out at the same time. Was it even?
Okay.
I'm remembering all the good times.
Okay. Well, while that's going on, Lapis, you are stabbing your quarterstaff down into the pool that Tomas is in examining as well. You don't feel anything towards the bottom. Ichabod, about the time you walk up to the pool, you do see that something slowly began to rise up as you are walking towards him. And I'm going to need you, Corin, to make me a con saving throw, please.
Sure. 17. Also, what did that investigation get me?
You mean the
Or,
intelligence?
I mean, the intelligence, sorry.
Yeah, with your 13 in intelligence, like you were examining it, you're not quite sure what it is they're doing.
Okay.
With the 13, it's really like it's strange because a lot of the chemicals that you're seeing and a lot of the different components that you're seeing doesn't really add up in your mind. But you're also not like a chemist.
Okay.
So,
well,
but at that same moment, that's when the thing rises up.
Yeah, that's fine. If I couldn't figure it out, I would have at least called Tomas to come over and take a look.
It was in that moment that you were like, literally, I'm not sure what the hell this is, but then you glance over at that pool as something rises up, and you see something there for a second. It's like, remember the scene in Star Wars in the trash compactor when that
the eyeball
lifted up and looked at him, and it looked at you, and you looked at it, and then you felt something. You felt that ray start shooting out at you. It hits you. You're forced to just push forward, and you manage to stave off the attempt. But I do need everybody to go ahead, and roll it for initiative. Yes.
Since it attacked a creature other than me, can I use Sentinel to whip it?
No, because it's not close enough to you.
Not within 15 feet of me?
Nope.
Alright.
I got a 20.
Yeah,
I didn't send it to the chat. I'm rolling again, but you can replace it with my original. Well, don't worry, it's not much better. 8.14, 9.14.
If Lapis had gotten 1 point higher, she would have beat me.
Oh, shut up.
So close.
talking about Ichabod and Blaznir just actually being good friends.
I think it's adorable.
I know. I did use my thing. So it says Blaznir's my closest friend, despite his more unconventional opinions.
Two unlikely friends.
No, Ichabod actually cares for me.
I know, I actually do like it.
It's so heartwarming. I would have thought for sure Ichabod would have killed me by now, honestly.
I think you like really grew on him, and now he's just like trying to stop you from teetering too far into darkness. Like,
Wait.
even though I'm the bad one, like
Grew on him like a cancer.
yeah. Well, because I always saw potential in Blaznir.
That's true.
Okay, I
But
think
yeah,
I got
you have
everything
kind of
in
become
right
the
now.
bad one now.
I am pretty bad.
Executing prisoners and stuff.
I think Ichabod was always.
I've always been the bad one. That's why my
That's
wife
true.
left me.
So I guess I'm just attracted to bad boys.
Yep.
I feel like we all knew that about you already.
Yeah.
See, I think it's just like with my real life, where it was something that everybody else knew about me except for me.
I think it's that you love the idea of he hates everyone but you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would kill for you.
I do like that idea. Not so much the killing part, more that he hates everyone but me.
Mean to everybody except for you.
He's like the Rosa of our party.
Back on the Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody in the audience who didn't hear us.
Watching it lately. Trying to get through it finally.
Okay, I think I got everybody in turn order now. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so Corin, you just saw this big old eye tentacle come out of the green water to the north of you as you're trying to investigate that table, and it shot a ray at you. But you are up next. You are the first to react. So, what are you doing?
Have I felt this kind of ray before? Like perhaps when I was wholly disintegrated?
It was definitely not that ray.
Okay.
It was not the disintegration ray that hit you, but it's similar in a way. So what are you doing?
I am freaking out at this point, and back, foul creature of the deep, I shan't be rayed again by your ilk. Can I actually, like, see it well enough to target it? Matt?
Oh, damn it. I would be able to say, I'd say that, yeah, you can see that the tentacle is up out of the water and slowly lowering back down again. So you at least have some of a target. You can't see the full thing, but you can see that.
I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at it.
Okay.
27 to hit.
It was a bit higher of a DC to hit it because, it's a smaller target, but a 27's more than enough.
Cool, and we'll do cold damage. And it's 14 points.
Okay, 14 points of cold damage. You send this orb shooting, you just kind of ball it up and softball throw it right at the thing. It hits, and the thing shrieks back a little bit from this strike, doing your 14 points of cold damage.
Bonus action, I'm gonna try and see if I can shove it closer towards us so that we have a better target.
Good.
It's a strength save of 17.
Okay. So that's a 7. You
Nice.
push and you hit the tentacle, with your mage hand trying to shove it closer to you, and it seems to pull a little bit towards you.
Okay, if I have a choice, it'll be like upwards out of the water. If I don't have a choice, then it's just going to be closer towards us.
So, like, the only thing you could see was the tentacle. You can't see the rest of the creature because it's underwater.
Sure.
You struck out at the tentacle. You see the tentacle kind of pull up a little bit, but it doesn't like come out of the, like, we'll say like maybe the top of the head of the thing kind of pulls up a little bit with that strike.
Sure.
So it's a little bit, the top of the head is a little bit above the water. We'll go with that.
Cool. And then I'm going to use my move action to slightly cower behind Ichabod.
All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for your turn.
That's it. Yep.
Okay, next up, Lapis. Yeah.
What's that?
What's that, Ichabod?
I just said you should get half cover.
Well.
For being behind me.
Partial cover, maybe.
Yep.
Lapis, you're up next. You're standing in the water. You've been poking at it with your quarterstaff there. What are you doing?
So I'm assuming nothing has popped out or anything. I haven't hit anything with it. I'm not gaining any information whatsoever from poking at this.
Well, yeah, you're just sticking. It's like sticking a stick in the water and trying to feel. So at some points you can feel the bottom. Other points you're not feeling anything, but there's nothing that you're feeling with your quarterstaff.
Okay. Well, and I'm assuming I can tell that they have encountered something, so I'm just gonna go abandon my search here and go.
Meanwhile, Tomas gets pulled in by the thing that you didn't notice.
Rip Tomas.
When you leave him behind.
Okay, I'm gonna move right here.
He'll be alright.
And I'm gonna hold action. If this thing comes any closer, I'm gonna attack.
Okay, holding your action in case anything comes closer to you. As oddly enough, leaving Tomas there, something comes up out of the water.
Oh man.
I called it.
Of course it does.
It was just in the middle of the pool and nowhere near where you could reach with a quarterstaff. But it does rise up out of the water. Sees Tomas standing there, kind of kneeling near the water, looking it over. This thing much bigger than the gazers have been. It's actually about the size of. I'd say it's probably about 2 feet wide either way, with quite a few tentacles coming out of it. Only 4, but instead of coming out from the top of it, they're coming out from the sides. It reminds you a little bit of a small beholder if it didn't have as many tentacles, but it has a much longer tongue that seems to kind of drag down out of its mouth a little bit.
Too spooky.
I've seen enough something to know where this is going. And I don't like it.
Okay, so I need to, it levels its eyes at Tomas and focuses on him. I need Tomas to make a wisdom saving throw.
Tomas.
Ooh, that's a 16. That is a success.
Hopefully.
Yes, it is. Okay. Has one more ray to do at him. Jesus, really? Rolled the same fucking thing each time. Okay. Has to make another wisdom saving throw. See if he can do 2 in a row.
On Tomas.
Nat 20 for a 24. Very nice.
Oh yeah, you can.
The wisest guy I know.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, he's going to be moving the spectator realizing that it didn't quite manage to do anything to this little halfling, rises up in the air just a little bit. It has a 30-foot move speed. It moved 5 feet, so it gets another 25 feet. So it's currently hovering in the air about 25 feet up. Blaznir, you're up next, and
Yes.
you have a ton of spiders on the ceiling above you, about 70 feet up, I think. Or were they on the ground and around you? Because you
They're on the
said
ground,
previously.
I didn't realize the ceiling was 70 feet up.
So none of them are on the ceiling. All of them are on the floor around you.
I would say probably.
Sure,
Unless
why
you
not?
want them to be on the ceiling, but
It's up to you, dude.
Lower from the ceiling with their threads, really cool. Like,
Mission Impossible style.
but I think we established last time they couldn't make web.
Yeah, because they're wolf spiders, apparently.
Yeah, because they're wolf spiders.
You can add us on Twitter about this if we're wrong.
Spiders don't spin webs.
Well, they don't spin
Just
webs
in the
doesn't mean
loop.
they don't produce silk.
yeah, I thought they don't produce like webs, but they still
don't.
like have a little bit of a nest that is silk based. But
If we're right or wrong, leave it in the comments.
Yeah, you can leave it in the comments, right or wrong, if we're
Gareth
wrong
Lamar
about wolf
in the
spiders.
chat about how stupid we are.
But I will point out that a giant wolf spider's sheet itself doesn't have the ability to produce webs. Like
Okay.
there's
have
no
web sense.
skill. They have
Yeah,
web
but that's not the
sense.
same
That's
thing.
not production. You have to have the ability to create web or the spell web.
I would just assume that if it had web sense, then it probably would be able to make webs. But either way,
But
I
it doesn't matter.
assume nothing.
Yeah, you
Moving
really
on.
shouldn't assume that. But anyway, it is your turn. You are surrounded by
Yeah.
spiders, apparently. What are you doing?
Let's see, little gazer or not gazer, probably spectator, right there. It's outside, like above the water, right?
The spectator over here, yeah, it's about 25 feet above the water.
Cool. Okay, I do have a question. Is alchemist fire anything like Greek fire where it floats underwater?
Interesting.
Not sure, honestly. So we have Ghost Elf 13 is in chat. They put wolf spiders generally do not build a web, but use a dragline of silk for communication.
Neat.
The female builds an egg sac and attaches it to her spinnerets. She carries it with her as she hunts and may move into or out of sunlight to help control the temperature of the developing eggs. So they can make a small amount of silk. They can't use it like the spell web does, or shoot out webs or anything like
can
that.
they use it to dramatically lower themselves from the ceiling
Um,
for aesthetic purposes?
Well, Blaznir plays the Mission Impossible theme for them.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? To make
Yes.
to make you happy, that the wolf spiders will drop down Mission Impossible style
Yeah.
using a web.
Da-da-da.
But anyway, as far as alchemist fire, let me take a look and see what that says.
I feel like the alchemist fire.
So alchemist fire is the sticky adhesive fluid ignites when exposed to air. So probably it is like alchemist fire,
or Greek fire.
or like Greek fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's probably like the chemical sits on top of the water and burns up.
Yeah, that would be my assumption.
All right. So in that case, I'm gonna grab. I'm guessing it's an action to do anything with alchemist fire.
Yeah, it would
Can I
be an
go ahead?
action to throw it or something like that.
Yeah, so I'll kind of 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go over go over here and just uncork it and just splash it across the water.
Okay. So go ahead and just give me a dexterity check to see whether or not you can, how far you can spread this.
21.
Hell yeah.
It's just a flaming pool of liquid.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that you're able to very easily get at least. You're able to splash it, and it's gonna get into a 5-foot cube in an area. It might spread as time progresses. We're gonna find out.
Where's my oh, there it is. Just want to reduce. Okay, and then bonus action.
So were you trying to get it underneath the spectator, or more like in front?
I would say underneath.
Okay.
And then I can't move anymore because I was 30 feet. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bonus action with. I'm going to use a quicken spell with my bonus action. Use my 2 sorcery points, and cast pyrotechnics as a bonus action. And that fire under it is gonna just start sprouting fireworks, and me and the spectator has to make a con save or become blinded.
Okay, I like it. Yeah,
Nice.
so choose an area of non-magical flame, which is that floating alchemist fire that you can see that fits within a 5-foot cube, which is exactly what it does. You can extinguish the fire, you can make it create fireworks. The fireworks explode with a dazzling display of colors. I like it.
So yeah,
That's cool.
Let's see,
save
con
for me,
saving
I fail,
throw.
But
You're like, wow, that's bright. Damn, I'm good.
They rolled a 15.
15, I do not believe that succeeds. No.
No, yours is 17,
Oh,
so
so
that
it's
is a failure. So
And
both
then-
you and so here's what happens. After throwing that alchemist fire and spreading it into the pool, suddenly it just starts exploding with lights and colors in this dramatic pyrotechnics display. But the spectator is like just floating above it. All of its eyes look down like, what the fuck is this? It's fire 25 feet below me. But then it explodes outward, and all of his eyes are just immediately blinded. So yeah, he's blinded until the end of your next turn, and so are you.
Yeah. And just gonna start rubbing my eyes like, oh, ow. I underestimated how bright that would be. Ow.
Kind of like when you go and turn a light on in a dark room and you forget to not look at the light bulb as it comes on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
so
much.
just setting off explosions in the cave, you know, one of these classic plans gone wrong. that we are
Classic
so known for.
Blaznir.
Classic Blaznir.
We're like, let's all sneak up in here as soon as it goes bad, just start explosions.
All right.
in the distance, Blaznir, you're blinded and dazzled, but you also have a really stupid high passive perception, and you can hear that there is a voice calling out in the distance. You can just over the sound of the pyrotechnics and everything, you can just hear this faint echo of a feminine voice calling out, "Please, please." But that's really about it. Next up, well, Blaznir wouldn't be able to see this, but Tomas does. A geyser comes out of the water up here. It's gonna be Tomas is over there. Yeah, let's see. Why not? Roll a 3. So Tomas needs to make a dexterity saving throw, but he's pretty good at that.
Oh yeah.
13 barely succeeds.
Good work, Tomas.
So this bluish ray comes shooting towards him. I actually had to move right about here to see him, but still. Shoots at him. The Tomas jumps out of the way and it misses. Then Tomas has to make a wisdom saving throw. "13 again. Tomas just just making it, no problem.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is indeed. Next up in turn order, got another gazer. This one comes floating up, flies up, sees Blaznir right there.
Gotta get those spiders to attack the gazers. Spiders are on gazer patrol.
As always.
Blaznir, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Wisdom save. 24.
Okay. One ray comes at you, but even though you're blinded, you're able to solidify your mind. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw next.
Dexterity save. 4.
That's a
That one.
failure.
Never saw it coming.
Why is that? It's fine. You're going to take a total of... God, why is it...
60.
I rolled
billion
shitty.
damage.
5 points of cold damage.
Uh-huh.
That's its turn. The thing that Corin, you and Ichabod had seen, that you had barely pushed up a little bit out of the water, it begins rising up farther. It's going to rise up a total of 30 feet. And it just looks down at you. And you can hear it in your mind. Oh, so you don't want to talk, huh? That's okay. And
Yes.
I don't want to talk to this monster.
No, this is good.
Ichabod, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as one of those tentacles focus directly towards you.
Alright, I will make an attempt. That's a 22.
That is a success.
Nice.
However, now that its full body has risen up, now that center eye, I'm going to need, let's see here, I'm going to need Ichabod, Corin, Lapis, and the toucan to make for me wisdom saving throws.
Is it trying to read my thoughts?
It is not trying to read your thoughts.
Cool.
This is something that happens whenever you see that big eye in the center of it for the very first time.
Then I'm going to use my reaction to use my circlet. So it'll be.
How many of those you got left?
One left, which I'm not going to use, obviously.
Yeah.
And 22 for Frazzle's wisdom save.
Everybody gets a +4.
They rolled a 23 for
Other
their
than
save,
Frazzle.
so I assume they saved.
Yes.
So I still need you to make that wisdom saving throw.
So
Right.
I make my save with advantage, and they take half of 8d6. So my wisdom is a 17.
That is
21.
so it looks like everybody passed. Lapis, you just passed.
Lapis also got a +4, so it'd be an 18.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, then you're good anyway.
And they take half of 25.
So 12.
Yes. Of psychic damage.
Psychic. So
You
action.
said when we see it for the first time.
Mhm,
So
when
are
you saw
we,
the
like-
center eye for that first time.
Okay, so we won't be making it like every turn, every round.
We don't know, I guess.
You don't know. It's just that's what happened when you saw that big eye for the first time.
Okay.
But that was the first eye ray, and that was also the thing that just happens automatically as it's coming up. It's got 2 more rays to do.
Alright. Throw them at me.
Next thing I need for you, Ichabod, is a con saving throw.
All right. That's a 23.
Yeah, that's a success
Hell
as
yeah.
well. You
Thank
are
you.
still going to take half of this damage, however.
Sure. Take it out of my temp HP first.
So what happens is this red ray comes out of one of those eye stalk tentacles,
Oh no.
beaming directly towards you. You're able to it hits you, and you just force your will, trying to hold back, push it back with
Got
your
my
shield.
Yeah.
It does burn through you a little bit. You're gonna take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
It's got one more ray. One of the rays is going to focus at Lapis, the other person that's right there in front. Did that one? Okay. Lapis, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
That's 16.
16.
So a 20.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
suck at that 4.
Yeah, 20
Yeah,
for
so it's
Ichabod.
within 10 feet.
So dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is enough. You feel the effects of like for a second you start drifting, like you feel your mind wanting to like just fall asleep, but you harden your mind and push past it, and you are not affected. That was movement and action. That's it for the Gouth, which is what this creature is. This is a horrible creature now that you can actually look at it. It's different than the gazers and the spectator that's over in the pool. This one is actually a reddish color with a gigantic eye, but now that you're looking at the eye, you can see all these tiny little eyes circling around it in different places. It's got a much more angular jaw. It almost looks like a skull with a giant brain, and a big mouth and teeth. I'll go ahead and show you this picture because it is pretty damn horrific. There you go. Pretty damn scary dude right there. But next up we have, just a big old horde of wolf spiders.
Yes. So they're just gonna attack anything that's not in the water. So, it's gonna be a 3-bite attacks against that gazer.
Now, these things there, that one is 15 feet above the ground.
Oh, that gazer is?
Yes. All of the gazers are currently flying kind of high right now.
Can they jump and bite?
Do they have that ability?
Let's
see.
I mean, I assume they can jump.
Let's see. Let's figure out what their jump is real quick.
And this gazer's near a wall, so maybe they could spider climb up to him.
Yeah.
Or spider climb up this wall and jump off.
I could, but that's only a couple, like 1 or 2 of them.
Okay, you can make a high jump and leap a number of feet into the air equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So a wolf spider has a strength modifier of 1, so it can jump just a high jump 4 feet in the air. That just seems kind of...
It is a lot, but...
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is high. 4 feet in the air is pretty high, but definitely not high enough to, you know, jump off and get this guy.
They'll skitter under it and climb up the wall. The 2 of them that can. And then, yeah. And then those 2 will take their attacks.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 will hit.
6 piercing and con save. And 14 to hit.
The con save is a 12. I assume that fails.
12.
Nope, it's 11. So see.
Yeah, that succeeds. So 3 poison. And 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
All right. And it's 7 piercing and another con save.
Well, the 7 piercing is enough to take it out.
Okay.
So your spiders have to crawl up the wall to get at this. Leaning over one side, lunges out to bite into it. Both of them succeed in latching onto the thing, and they both just kind of pull it downward or towards the wall a little bit, and it dies.
All right. I suppose that this one will skitter over to me. Just nuzzle against my leg. 5, 10, 15, 20. However, yeah. And then gonna take a bite attack from the wall. 6.
6 definitely is not gonna hit.
How high from the, how high up is it? Is this gazer?
That gazer is 10 feet up.
10 feet up.
Should have made him higher.
Yeah, it can get 5 feet up the wall, which would put it in a 5 foot.
Then yeah, it would be able to. It would be. It's in a 5 foot diagonal, so yes, you would be able to bite.
14 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, 2 piercing and con save.
16, it saves, so takes a total of 5 points of damage.
All right, and this one 5, 10, 15, 20, and then it's just gonna crawl under it. Bite attack 19 to hit.
That hits.
And 6 piercing and 5 poison. And these are just 5, 10.
Yeah, that guy is taken out as well.
15, 25, 30, 35, and then 40 on the wall.
Can I get on one of these spiders?
I mean, technically it's a medium-sized creature, so you could get on it, but I imagine you weigh a lot more than that thing does, so you'd probably squish
Take me
it.
away, spider. Take me on the wall.
Okay. Like, I think that's as far as they can get, so.
Okay. That's it for a ton of wolf spiders. Next up, well, we have gazers, because that's what we've got in this area. Gazers. And other things that are horrible and terrifying and all of that. And, it kind of moves forward. It heard all of the things that's going on. All of the things. And seeing that spider right there, just, it's holding its gazer brother in its mouth. And so it's going to just shoot right at that little bastard. I need a dexterity saving throw from this spider right here.
15.
15 does save. Give me then a strength saving throw.
17.
17 saves as well. Wholly ineffectual gazer flying here about 20 feet above the ground. And now it's Tomas's turn. Now, Tomas has seen all of this going on, and he sees that spectator that's currently dazzled, and that's an awesome thing, being dazzled and all, because it's got the blind condition. The blinded condition, a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability checks that require sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack roll is disadvantage. That's what blinded does. Now, as far as Tomas goes, He can't really get at that guy too well without doing some crazy monk shit. But he's going to be intelligent instead. And he's just going to go ahead and shoot a ray of frost at that guy.
Hey, wait, so two blind people trying to, like, slap ineffectually at each other would roll normally?
I know, right?
That's crazy.
But anyway, ray of frost at advantage. 24 is definitely going to hit the spectator. So that is 8 points of cold damage. Ray comes out, hits the thing, frosts him over a little bit. Tomas is going to yell out. We got more of them over here. Probably plenty more in these pools. What are y'all doing over there?
Fighting a hideous, multi-eyed monster.
Ain't
So
that
what
the
about
truth?
you? Like,
As soon as Tomas sees what we're fighting, he's like, oh, never mind.
yeah, those little guys I think you can handle, Tomas. Unless you want to come over here.
Yeah, he can't really see what you guys are fighting, but he can at least see all over there.
Trust me, it's terrifying.
But it is your turn, Ichabod. What are you wanting to do?
So how high is this guy off the ground?
30 feet above the water.
In that case, I will chuck a javelin. About the only thing I can do. So 21 on my first one.
That's gonna hit.
I wonder if I get the dueling.
No, you would not.
Is dueling only melee weapons?
I'm pretty sure it is. But
Because
you can
there's
double check that.
There's
Like, I think
specifically
you're-
a fighting style for throwing weapons.
Yeah.
Well... Sorry, I'm just trying to... Can somebody just tell me what it is?
It's melee
When you
weapons.
are wielding a melee weapon. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so not with the 2, so just 7 piercing damage. Then I'll take a second attack. That one's a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Oh my god, go away, duel it. So 10 piercing damage on that one.
Okay, 17 piercing damage total. You chuck 2 javelins at it, slicing across the side of this creature. One of them embeds into the lower side of it a little bit, and the creature screeches out in pain.
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon. So I can cast it within 30 feet. No, 60 feet. So I will put it right up next to him. I'll say on the back side of him. Actually, no, we'll go right here.
Okay, let me pull that out.
And it's going to be a long sword. A glowing long sword. Like the one I so wish to use.
Pretty sure you have a glowing longsword. Oh,
I
yeah,
do,
you're
but I
saying
just
you
can't
wish you
use
could
it.
use it. I understand. I'm an idiot.
Unless he wants to come over here.
Yeah, that's definitely what he wants to do. He's just going to come right over here so it's easy for you to
Yeah.
hit.
That's a 22 on my Spiritual Weapon, though.
That's going to hit.
For 12 force damage.
What the? Okay, I have to reload roll 20. I'm sorry. What'd you say it was?
12 force damage.
12 force damage. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and then I look at Corin and I say, "Drink a health potion."
Wow. It's been a while. That's only a bonus action if you're doing it for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Been a while.
So I knew I had handed out some health potions. We made sure everybody had some. So.
What is this, a stained concert?
Yep, it's a stained concert. There's your movable sword.
Yay.
I mean, I've actually seen them once in concert, but...
Is that it
more
for you,
fun.
Ichabod?
One of the opening bands.
That is it for me.
Okay. Next up, guess whose turn it is? It's another gazer.
Fuck these guys.
I didn't see that coming.
So that one's going to rise up. It is about 25 or 20 feet in the air, sorry. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna shoot that spider because why not? It's right there. So the spider gives me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, 5.
5. Ouch. Okay, that is a failure. So it's gonna take 13 points of cold damage.
No.
Yeah, it was at 1 HP, so...
Yeah, that's...
Bartholomew, my favorite spider.
No, Squirty has 11 hit points, so either way, it would be dead.
Yeah, either way, it'd be dead. But hey, a ray of frost comes shooting out from that gazer, striking the spider. The spider just poofs out of existence. So, you know, Blaznir, go ahead and give me... give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save, 28.
It's more than... You're good.
Wisest guy I know now.
Just keep tossing those wisdom saves, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, half these things do is wisdom saving throws.
I know, I got a plus 11.
Okay, more gazers are starting to rise up out of these pools now.
What if they didn't instead?
Does it have... Oh yeah, plenty of feet. So, Corin...
No, it has plenty of eyeballs.
He has plenty of feet.
It doesn't have any feet.
Doesn't have any feet, yeah. But he has plenty of range, and so I need a strength saving throw from you.
Sure, you got it. That's 17.
17, more than enough. You feel it trying to fling you, and you recognize what it's doing because you can do telekinesis too. But that's a failure, or that's a success for you. So, okay, kept rolling a 4. Give me a dexterity saving throw now.
Sure.
Hey, Newbie the
16.
Gray's in chat right now. Howdy, Newbie.
Hello, Mr. Gray.
12 just saves for these spectators, or these gazers. You're lucky there.
Mm-hmm. And it's a 16.
Yeah, so you do not take the damage. That's it for that guy.
You'll have to try better than that.
Corin, are you able to make me levitate? You know, I was just asking. No, never mind.
Wow.
Yeah, so this thing also rises up from the water. You're a good target right now, Corin.
Mm-hmm.
Give me another wisdom saving throw.
Sure. That's a 22.
Yeah, definitely going to succeed.
What else you got?
Another wisdom saving throw, apparently.
A 15.
That's only a 15.
Well, 15 is still enough. Got to get you away from Ichabod, or just kill Ichabod.
No.
Let's go ahead and... I mean, if these guys actually knew that you're the one that are doing it. They don't know that.
I'm here for people to attempt to kill me.
They can guess, baby.
They can't tell from my amazing, menacing aura.
The holy radiance shining from your body.
Yeah, they can just sense it.
Okay. So, here's what happens now.
Yeah.
In this pool over here, something much larger begins to rise up out of the water. The water starts to pour down it, and you can see this is another very odd creature, similar to these aberrations that you've been seeing before. The top half of it is covered in wiggling tentacles with eyes, but the eyes are milk white. In the center of this creature It has another eye, purely milk white as well, much larger than any of these creatures you've seen before, other than, the beholder that was underneath Poltrast. But underneath it, it also has tentacles, almost like a beard coming down from the bottom of it. I'll go ahead and show you this thing.
What size is it in relation to a beholder, then? Is it similar?
A little bit thinner, a little bit smaller, but not by much.
Mm-hmm.
Here's this guy. Scary.
Very spooky.
Very
See,
spoopy.
Real battle for Corin is battling with his own demons with all these eye rays flying around.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's a lot of them, and let's see here. Okay, Ichabod. I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw.
Or it's only a 13.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. You feel your body grasped and by an invisible hand and just flung upward at an angle at 30 feet, kind of going basically along this way. You hit the wall, and you're going to take a total of
Corin, I know
14 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the back of the wall and then go sliding down into the water.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because I was gonna cast Fly on you, but now I can't. Because it's a touch spell.
Oh, you just make your way over.
That was the first one. Corin?
Yes.
Give me another wisdom saving throw.
Absolutely. 16.
Is Ichabod within your range?
No.
Still? No? It's straight 6. Actually, oh no, 16 just saves. So you're lucky there.
Having plus 7 is
yeah.
helpful.
Lapis. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Like that.
That is a nat 20 for 22.
Wow. Yeah, you feel this third ray coming towards you, locking onto you, but you manage to push back, and you are able to hold off the aversion ray. Okay. Well, top of the turn order, and I think this is actually a good time to take a break, because it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. I took damage. I need to make a Constitution save.
Oh, yes, you do.
Sorry, I just now remembered.
No worries.
Your spiders.
Oh, I
Yeah,
fuck. We're ruined. We're
They're
done.
gone.
That is a failure. The
Do it
spiders
without the
are
spiders.
gone.
We're hopeless.
Okay. Well, with the spiders are all gone, Ichabod being, in water in full plate armor, that's going to be fun. We'll deal with that in a minute. Yeah. So stay tuned, everybody. We will be back in 10. Let's try to do it 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Howdy, everybody. We are back. And we're picking things up at the top of the turn order, and the Debauchery Circus is currently surrounded by all sorts of horrible aberrations. Corin, you are at the top of the turn order, and you just watched as your big old beefy boyfriend got thrown across the lake and is currently sinking into the water.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
my familiar should have gone at 12. Can I move him?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So he will be moved over here.
Okay, he's on the other side of the Gouth and can see Ichabod very clearly sinking under the water. But what are you doing?
So for my action, I am having him deliver a touch spell for me. And casting Fly.
Yes.
Okay. So as Ichabod sinks under the water, his hand just barely above the surface, the toucan comes flying down, diving, connects its claws onto his finger. You send that touch spell through your familiar, and Ichabod, you are now able to fly.
Oh, thank God. I've
And
never been a good
then-
swimmer.
Bonus action, I am drinking a potion. How much do I get for a moderate healing potion?
Moderate healing potion is 3d4 plus 3.
Okay, let me go ahead and roll that. 3d4 plus 3, so I get 9 points. So up to 50. And I believe that's my turn because I can't move closer to any of the other guys to actually like do anything nor what I want to.
Okay. Staying right where you are, you down the healing potion. It is now Lapis's turn. Lapis, what are you doing?
Alright. So. You said this guy right here is about 30 feet in the air?
Correct. 30 feet in the air above the water.
Okay. What about this big guy down here? Is he also that far up?
That guy there is about 15 feet above the water.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, probably against better judgment, I am going to run down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to leap up and attack this guy.
Okay, so you're going to be making a long jump. Let me see the long jump.
Hey, where's Mr. B? Oh, he's way over there. Okay, now I see him on the map.
Were you looking?
The bearded tentacle thing.
Oh. The mind witness.
Okay, what is your strength modifier?
Like, I've got a 20 in strength. It's a +5.
Okay, that's fine.
Unless, oh yeah, cause, oh, yeah, that's +5.
Okay, so you would be. I'm just going to let you know that that you would not be able to jump high enough to hit that guy.
Okay.
Like you would know that before you made it. So I'm going to allow you to rethink that.
What about a key point for a bonus action dash jump thing? Would that help in any way?
If you want to use step of the wind as a bonus action, that you would be able to jump up and make your 2 attacks and then land in the water.
would it make a difference if I go after this guy with the same?
He's even farther out. You would just be able to look and see from the angles that thing hovering up there way too high. The big one in the corner hovering lower above the water, but still high enough that you would have to use all your monk ability to get up to hit him.
What if you did a running jump and just grabbed his little tentacles?
You could certainly try to do that too if you wanted to.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Are you wanting me then to go after this guy up here by you to kind of bring him down a little
No,
bit?
I'm saying this guy who's 15 feet, if you jumped up and grabbed his little tentacles, maybe he would like lower a little bit. And then you could kind of work your way up. Like it'd be like grappling him, I guess.
It'd basically be grappling and hoping that your weight is enough to pull him down closer downward.
And I think if
she is like 400 something pounds.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not an unreasonable idea.
Yeah, you could get him in range for somebody. Be like, Blaznir, get over here.
It's up to you. You can either way, you're going to have to use a key point to make this jump.
Well, I mean, I was going to use a key point anyway because I was going to try flurry of blows. But
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can either use your bonus action to do Step of the Wind and jump up there and try to either hit him or grapple him, but you have to use a key point to do Step of the Wind to do that.
yeah, sure, why not? I'll do it.
So are you trying to hit him or are you trying to grapple him?
Let's go ahead and grapple him so that way I can hopefully bring him down and get some other people to help. Hint, guys, come help me with this one.
And grappling just replaces one attack, right? So you could technically grapple him and then punch him once.
I think so, actually.
Sure, why not? I'll do it.
So you can do both.
I'm going to double check on that, but I think you're right.
I just want you to be hanging from this guy. I think it's really funny. I'm not gonna come help you yet, but
Okay, so using your Step of the Wind, you go speedily running across the cave. Jump as hard as you can. Give me an athletics check.
Okay, so athletics check is a +9. That is a 23. I think I'm pretty okay.
I don't think it's possible. Actually, I know for a fact it is literally not possible to beat a 23 with this guy's strength. So
What
jump
if he rolls
as
a natural 20?
well. That's true. Something interesting might happen. We'll see.
Does that count as a success? No, he
That's not
didn't.
nat 20, so yeah. I got him.
yeah.
So you jump up there, aiming from that tentacly. I don't want to call it a beard. It's not a beard, but it's just tentacles hanging off the bottom of the thing. You reach out, wrap your arms and legs around the biggest tentacle of that, and just hold tight. The tentacles tries to wiggle and thrash you about. You're like dragging your butt along the water, but you have them held, and the weight of you is kind of pulling it down a little bit so that you start getting half submerged in water.
Okay. And then you said I do still have my extra attack?
You have one attack from your attack action left.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna do brass knuckles because I think that makes more sense. Quarterstaff would be very unwieldy, right?
Yeah, it would be kind of unwieldy. Let's say you have it in your offhand and kind of using it to help hold on.
That's a 27 to hit.
27 is definitely going to hit.
For 11 damage.
11 points of bludgeoning.
I don't know if I can reach.
No, you can't reach his eye hole, but you can punch the tentacle you're holding. But still, 11 points of bludgeoning.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, feel free, guys. Anybody, help me out. That'd be...
It's not my turn yet.
We're all being so separated. Like, we're all fighting each one.
Yeah, you all are very, very separated right now.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
While I'm thinking about it, I have a quick question.
Okay.
So for casting Fly, you can upcast it and target additional creatures for each higher level slot you use.
But don't you have to be touching them to do so?
Right. What I was going to ask is, she was standing next to me. would I have been able to upcast it and hit her with one and hit Ichabod with the other through my familiar?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, that's fine.
What about yourself?
Same
I guess you
different,
don't really
same
need
thing.
it.
Yeah, but I
Like,
don't...
like if you would have talked to me about this at the beginning of the turn and we could have thought about it, maybe you could have talked me into it, but not this far retroactive.
No, not retroactively. I'm just thinking like in the future.
In the future, could you have?
Because I was thinking about it now.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure how
That's
that
fine.
works because you're casting a touch spell through a familiar while at the same time trying to touch somebody else. I think that's a bit much.
That's fine.
You could have done it to two people who are next to you, or you could have done two people that the toucan was touching, but not one and one.
That's fine.
Okay. It is now the spectator's turn. It is dazzled, which is interesting. So he is blinded right now.
I feel like his eye rays probably say creature it can see, right?
I would assume it has to see to shoot an eye ray, but
I mean, it makes logical sense that it would have to see to eye ray.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it does actually have to see to for that sort of thing.
But maybe you can bite.
But
don't give him ideas.
it also it has multiple eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it a chance here. I'm gonna see whether or not like all four of those eyes plus the center one was dazzled. Basically, I'm gonna give it a just a basic wisdom check. If it rolls over a 15, at least two of those eye stalks were not caught by that. I rolled a 19. So while the center mass cannot see and is definitely dazzled, and some of the eye rays aren't, it still is able to see. So what I'm going to do with this is basically I'm going to roll this at disadvantage. What it can do.
Are there like levels of what it can?
Well, it has four different abilities, and I'm going to take the lower roll of the ability, basically.
The lower roll doesn't necessarily mean it's a worse ability.
Yeah, is it that the eye ray number 4 is really strong and eye ray number 1 is really weak?
I mean, subjectively in this instance, yeah, kinda, because of reasons. But I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Blaznir.
Uh-huh.
It's cool. We're high level. We could take it.
17.
17 is a success. So that definitely would not hit you. Yeah, and then give me a con saving throw.
On. No. 17. Never mind.
Still more than enough to stave off against this thing. So even though you're both dazzled, it's like shooting these rays wildly, trying to hit you, but none of them manage to connect. And now it is your turn. You are blind. You can't see right now, but what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna stumble back a little bit, because I don't really care if I get a surprise attack. And as I'm stumbling back, I'm gonna cast Distant Whispers on it because I don't have to see it to cast it.
Yeah,
So,
within range. One creature of your choice within range that can hear? Yeah. Okay,
So it has to
absolutely.
make a wisdom save. Against 17.
Rolled a 12. That's a failure.
It's actually a 16 DC, but yeah. That fails, so it takes. Do I just click it like that? Yeah. Takes 11 psychic damage and must use its reaction to run away from me.
11 psychic damage, and does it happen
And,
immediately or on its turn?
Yeah,
Immediately.
use its reaction.
Okay, it's using its reaction to immediately move its speed. Okay.
It's
So-
gonna hear
It's
its
scared.
parent- It's going to hear its parents tell it it's a failure and will never amount to anything, and
He's
it gets
gonna hear
really
the
sad.
dreamer in itself.
Yeah,
Why are
it
you a B holder and why not an A holder?
in its mind, it's hearing its progenitor.
Oh, you are just a failure. You're not going to amount to anything in
Out of
life.
a paper bag.
It gets
Yeah,
really
you don't
sad
even
and
know
runs away from me.
disintegrates. It's weak. All you can do is dazzle.
And it goes fleeing away.
So Blaznir and it are no longer blinded because it was just till the end of your next turn, right?
Well,
Yes.
do you have a bonus action or anything else you're wanting to do, Blaznir?
Does this character have bonus actions? I thought I had
Where's
a...
Cayenne?
You're a bard,
I-
dude.
Bard
I am.
against
Oh
bow.
yeah, I am a bard.
Yeah,
anyone within
Lapis is in there.
Are you a bard or not?
Tomas is nearby. Corin's
Uh,
nearby.
60 feet. Oh. How far away was this? 45? Oh, do I have to see them to be able to, Bardic Inspiration?
Ooh.
No. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
that's a
music.
good question. Yeah, I'd say probably
Or,
not.
I mean, it can be music. So.
One creature other than yourself who can hear you. Okay.
Yeah, it's you just yelling out words. Like, do better!
Yeah. See, my other spirit tail's still on, so I'm not gonna roll on that. So yeah, I'll give Corin Bardic Inspiration.
Hell yeah.
I'll just yell, "Hey, Corin! Don't run after them and die, please.
I'll try my best.
I don't know what's going on. I can't see."
Okay, that's it for Blaznir's turn.
Oh, I can see now.
When suddenly you can see again. Your eyesight's cleared. Falling out. Blaznir, at this
Yeah.
distance, you would definitely be able to hear a voice calling out, pleading, "Please come, come out. We need your help. There's intruders killing everybody." You can't see the source of this voice, but you can definitely hear it echoing from the chamber to the south.
Oh. It's like how we show up and the cultists are all like, we're just normal people. Like, why are you hurting me?
Sort of, I guess.
It's like just really funny how they all are.
Hey, we aren't fighting any cultists right now.
You're fighting nuns that are, underneath,
Nun cultists.
and definitely we're
One
not
time.
expecting to a bunch of people just showing up and starting to slaughter them all.
I know, it's just awesome. As a
Mhm.
conquest paladin, I love it. What we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. So, Ichabod, you're flying now, and so you're starting to rise up as you see that creature that's above you, hovering about 30 feet up from where you currently are. Like, I imagine your head's just a little bit above the water at this
Yeah.
point.
So I still kind of just look like I'm waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. You're definitely in the water, no doubt about that. 'Cause it's not your turn yet. You haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
We're just flavor. Let's see here.
Alright, you big nasty eye thingy.
Corin, give me a con saving throw.
Sure.
What you looking over there for? I'm right here.
Jonathan
Pebble.
Taylor Thomas. 19.
19 is enough to save. You're going to be taking half as much damage as the intervention. Enervation ray comes shooting out at you. You're going to take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
4 points.
I do need a
Wah.
con saving throw from you, but you only got to beat a 10.
Alright. Let's do this. 23. Boom.
More than enough. Okay.
Is that other one a save or suck, I guess?
Well, that one... Yeah,
That was your fly spell.
yeah, that was your
Oh,
fly
Okay.
spell.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm loudly splashing in the water.
Yeah, you're loudly splashing in the water, and the thing looks down at you, Ichabod, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Alright. Ooh. 26. Huh.
More than enough.
I was-
You like feel the telekinesis of this thing trying to shove you down into the water again, like drowned you.
Yeah, because I think it's gonna work again.
Yeah. That's its second one.
Come on, you can do better.
Fine, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, that's my... Well, I almost said it's my worst one. Not quite. That's a 12.
That's a 12. That is definitely a failure, as a bright red ray comes shooting out towards you. You're gonna take
69 billion damage.
15 points of fire damage as this ray burns through you.
Alright. Well, at least it's hitting me and nobody else.
Well, what if it
I
hit
pop
your
up-
beard?
Yeah, my beard is singed.
It is then going to...
My beard's
Move.
patchy already, so...
It starts flying upward, away from you. About
Come on,
5,
coward.
10. In this way, going up at an angle, and it is currently flying 50 feet above this table. Next up is Frazzle, actually.
Okay. Let's see what his speed is. 60 feet. 5. Oh, I gotta move that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll just move him back over by me. That'll be it.
Okay. Have the toucan fly over next to you. Next up is Tomas's turn. You saw that the spectator went running over that way. He sees the gazer right here and the gazer at the other side. I think he's going to shoot at the gazer nearby. Try to take these things out. How high up is that one? 20 feet. Yeah, he can't move with a melee. So instead, he'll do a Ray of Frost. '20's definitely going to hit. A whole 3 points of cold damage. That was bullshit.
Huge.
Huge.
Wow. We're going to just kind of swear a little bit. God damn it. And move a little ways over here so he can get a better view of the playing field. Next up is the gazer that Tomas just shot at. So, of course, he's going to focus his attention on Tomas. That's a wisdom saving throw from Tomas as the dazzling ray comes out. But he saves. Next up. Dexterity saving throw from Tomas. 15 is more than enough. That frost ray that the gazer tries to send back at him, he just dodges back and he misses. Okay, Ichabod, you're up next. You are currently submerged in the water. We're going to say that your head's just above it. So you're right at bottom level. What do you want to do?
I want to fly
Like
60
an eagle.
feet at this thingy here. Oh, if I can select him. The thing that's trying to fly away from me. You said he's 50 feet high, and he's
Yeah.
about 30 feet away from me.
You have 60 feet of movement with fly?
Yep.
Then yeah, you could get right up to him.
I was going to say I was doing the math, and he's 58 feet, so I'm going to get right next to him. And I am going to swing my longsword at him. It's on a Bowers. Like I just dreamed to do. That's a nat 1. So
Yeah. You
apparently
draw
I'm hitting
your
hard enough.
you draw your sword flying at this guy, swing just as the thing bobs
Right.
downward, and you go right above its head.
And I like spin in a circle because I'm not used to flying. It's like I'm in outer space. Okay. I'll swing at him again.
It's the most epic
Oh my
looking myth
god.
that people have seen.
It's really rough out here. Dude.
Yeah, you swing again, and the thing just dodges back.
I'm gonna action surge. Just to go with my bad luck.
It's hot out here for a pimp, man.
I can't believe I'm gonna leave. Nat 20! No.
Finally, after
I'm
3 swings
die.
of missing, you're so frustrated that you just jab, stabbing
I'm
right at him
obviously
into the eye.
Smite. He's obviously taking a smite for obvious reasons. I am dueling. This does count on this one. I'm trying to get all my bits. I'm sure it won't count one of them.
Get him.
Okay, so it took the smite, it took the crit, but it didn't take my +2 dueling. So 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 13 is 28, plus 1 is 29, plus another 8 is 37,
So 45.
plus 6, yeah, 43, plus 2, 45.
45 points of damage. Just, paint us a picture. Tell me how this looks as you stab this thing and kill it.
It's really messed up. So I'm fly up to it, I'm swinging, but I'm not used to flying, and I'm not a really dexterous guy. So I'm just kind of like swinging and being like moved around since there's nothing to hold on to. And then finally I just get perfectly in the right position where I can just thrust my sword upwards, and it just goes like right through it.
And the thing cries out in pain as it falls down to the ground dead.
Nice.
Probably lands on that table edge. The table flips a little bit, and
No.
everything just tumbles everywhere.
Tomas was supposed to investigate.
I'm starting to feel a little nauseous from all the spinning.
Probably.
So
That the end of your turn?
Well, that was my action, and that was my action surge. So bonus action, I move my sword, which is 30 feet up, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Right there. Now I'm done.
Okay. Bringing your spiritual weapon closer to you, you're just flying there in the air. Next up, we got some gazers. Let's see. Blaznir, you're a good target. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save? 18.
18's enough. Give me now a strength saving throw.
Ooh,
Natural
15,
one.
actually.
Yeah, 15
Okay.
still enough. It's trying to hit you, it's trying to throw you, but you're sturdy and you're able to stay right where you are. I'm gonna hit
Not
next
that sturdy, just
one
lucky.
here. Corin, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. 15.
And give me another wisdom saving throw.
Another 15.
Yeah. Sent 2 rays at you, but both of them trying to affect your mind, and it just does not seem to be able to do so.
Nope.
Got another gazer. It's gonna move forward 5, 10 feet to right about there, and it's gonna do the same thing to Tomas. Dexterity saving throw from Tomas. Ooh, 12 just saves. Next, I'm going to need a strength saving throw from him.
Uh-oh. Oh,
23, more than enough.
jeez.
Nice.
Yeah.
Strong
s-
halfling.
He rolled really fucking well.
Yeah.
Rolled a nat 19 on that one.
Love Tomas.
Okay, that's it for that gazer. Next, we have the big one that Lapis, you're currently grappling and holding on to. So that's kind of interesting. You're dragging it down with your full weight. It's pretty crazy.
Are you calling her fat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
It's not clear.
hey, I am a lean 450 pounds. I'll let you know.
So that
Could be a lot.
tentacle that you're holding, it begins lifting you upward towards the center mass of it, and as you look up, you can see that underneath it, it has a big old mouth, almost like a beak, kind of like a squid has the mouth underneath the tentacles. It's going to try to make a bite attack at you.
Yay! This is going perfectly as planned.
But a 12 is not enough.
Yeah, I bit my shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next thing it's going to do... I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That would be a
Nice.
25.
Swinging like Tarzan on these tentacles.
Yeah, you're swinging like Tarzan on these tentacles as one of the tentacles from the top of the thing goes around the side and looks at you and sends this ray towards you. But you nimbly dodge to one side and you miss it. Or it misses you. It's now going to make one more.
Not sure how you dodged that nimbly, considering you're hanging off of it, but good job.
Swinging
Hey,
like
hey,
Tarzan.
don't question it. It just works, okay?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw now.
That's a 21.
Yeah. Y'all are rolling great today. They're able to withstand all these continual assaults on your mind. Corin, you're up next.
Ooh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will fire a chromatic orb at the neckbeard. 28 to hit.
28 does hit.
5 acid damage.
3d8 for 5.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
well,
a
dear.
2, a 2, and a 1. And then, I guess I'll have him make a strength save to try and bring us closer.
Can you do that to large creatures?
It does not specify. It just says one creature that you
Then,
can see
okay.
within 30 feet of you.
Perfect. I'm going to say he has to do this at disadvantage also because, like, Lapis is holding onto a tentacle being flung around, so it's not really paying as much attention to you.
So yes, the neckbeard's getting a pat on the back.
Yeah, the neckbeard gets a pat on the back and move 5 feet. Did you say towards you?
Closer, yes.
Okay, so as it's doing that, like, it gets pushed a little bit closer to Corin, and it's dragging you, Lapis, in the water along with it. Your head's still up, like it's just your ass down is underneath the water, but you can kind of feel like a little bit of that scrape. You can't put your feet firmly on the ground yet, but you're definitely closer to the shore than you were. And it's your turn, Lapis. So what do you want to do?
Let's see. I think I'm just gonna wail on him. Again, because I'm still holding on. Yeah, I don't want to let go quite yet. I want to get him further down and contained. So I'm just gonna wail on him with my brass knuckles. That is 28 and 16.
Both do hit.
So that's 11 and 10. And then I am, flurry of blows. So that is another 23 and a 26.
Both hit.
For another 11 and another 9.
20 more points of damage. Not bad. This thing don't look great. You're just punching it repeatedly in the tentacle. The tentacle is like you can like it's rubbery and shit. There's no bones in there to break or anything like that. But you're just wailing on this creature, and it's looking bruised up into shit. Ghost Elf just redeemed advantage. So Ichabod, the gods are looking down on you with favor right now, and you have advantage on your next attack roll.
Thanks for interacting with us, Mr. Ghost Elf.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's Ethan. Hi, Ethan.
You are. I assume you're still holding on to this thing, Lapis?
Yeah, I am.
Damn right. Okay, that's it for your turn. Next up, we have the spectator, who was afeared and had to run away, but its mind is clear now. Yeah. Okay.
He's like, sure hope things are going well with my two bigger guys.
No, it's definitely been seeing what's going on. It floats out. Blaznir, you would see it. You can probably see it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. And then you would also just see it. That was 10 feet of movement, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Seems to be flying away.
The dude's just running.
No, come back.
Look at it.
Blaznir, it's your turn. You did just see that. What are you doing?
Just gonna watch it. Just gonna watch it run away. Like what? What is it doing? And yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, that I still have a pointer on. You guys are doing fine over there? No one's hurting too much?
We're fine.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Alright.
I'm fine.
I don't really want that thing to go, but also, if you guys are hurting, but
Blaznir, don't go running off on your own.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He's like runs off. I feel like a shepherd trying to tend to all my wandering sheep.
That sounds about right.
Or like cat herding.
Yeah, it's more like herding cats.
I'm probably not gonna be able to get to it, honestly.
Yeah, you ain't no monk. Just blast some gazers.
Yeah, okay. It's like... Yeah, I'm just gonna let it. It doesn't matter to me. Let's see. I should take some better cantrips. I don't have anything to range.
Produce flame.
Produce flame.
That's 30 feet.
Yeah,
like-
you got 5, 10, 15. You can get this guy. You can get this guy.
Well, yeah, I just want to be able to get the big guy.
You need that 120 feet.
Yeah.
It's also
we
20 feet floating in the air.
We got two of our
Oh,
heavy
yeah.
hitters on the big guy.
And you got some movement. Yeah, you're alright.
No, it's just I need to get a better ranged cantrip because produce flames is and they're all flying in the air, so it's gonna be
Well,
annoying.
do what you can do now, and then when you get the better cantrip, you can use it.
Yes.
But what are you doing, Blaznir?
That's a good question.
That's what we're all waiting to find out. And it's got 8 minutes
waiting to
left
find
left
out.
in the
Yeah,
session,
nice.
so
Also, just funnily enough, I used most of my spell slots, so I don't have much.
Just produce flame at it. Do
Well,
it.
I have to. I have to get within range.
All
I'm
right,
getting... Yeah.
I believe in you.
Remember, it is 20 feet up if this guy here.
Yeah.
This guy there is also 20 feet up.
So, I would have
So
to
just
do
move
that.
forward 20 feet and then blast him.
Yeah. Actually, you can move forward 10 feet and hit that guy if you wanted to.
Or that.
I'll get to right there and just lob produce flame at it.
Okay. Throw a produce flame at it.
18 to hit. And 12 fire damage.
Yeah, 12 points of fire damage is more than enough to take out that gazer.
Yeah.
You lob a fireball at it, it hits it right in the face and explodes, and the thing just falls down to into the water, dead.
Bonus action.
Nice.
I think Corin still has my bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Yep, for 10
And
minutes.
I can only give it to one person at a time, right? Or
I think multiple people can be holding Bardic Inspo.
Yeah, you can.
They can only be holding one, but
okay, yeah. Your temporary hit points are gone, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I'll use the bonus action to roll on my table again. That's a 1. That's not good.
I don't think there's a bad one.
It's not good for
Just
fights.
It's just not relevant, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
Tale of the Clever Animal. And
There's
it
a
has to do with
prophecy.
mental ability checks.
Okay.
So
Well, it has been foretold, so it will come in handy at some point.
Do you mean like wisdom checks?
Yeah.
Like ability checks, not like saving throws.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I always get confused with that. My bad.
Who's next?
Next is, well, not Blaznir, it's that priest. You wouldn't know who it is, but there's been somebody that Blaznir heard a few times.
And she says, "Please help us. Help us."
So the priest there has been calling for aid. Well, frustrated that no aid has come, they're going to move up and duck into this little alcove here and try to hide. Okay. Frazzle is up next.
Frazzle.
Yep. I'm not really interested in him getting all that hurt, so he's just gonna go over and perch on Ichabod's hat.
Fair enough.
Maybe Frazzle is the clever animal.
Yeah.
The prophecy.
Tomas's turn is next. Let's see. These things are all too high for him, too. All he can really do is do another shocking ray of frost at one of the gazers.
He will at least squawk at you adorably.
Nat 20 for a 28. Heavy hit for Tomas. 19 points of cold damage is more than enough to take out a gazer. So as the gazer is kind of flying above the pathway here in the cave, Tomas just reaches out, points, sends that ray of frost right at it, hits the thing freezes over, and it just drops down to the ground dead.
Nice.
Ichabod, you're up next.
All right. I am going to zoom over to this thingy here through the sky. So it's advantage just on my first attack?
On your first attack.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with my sword. Well, that's double nat 20s.
Wow. That's
What?
fucking insane.
Quadruple damage! No,
Roll that beautiful damage, and it's probably going to kill this guy.
absolutely, and because oh man. I think instead of doing a smite, I'm going to use a superiority die. So, let me just roll that.
I'm just going to tell you, because you got 2 nat 20s, save it.
He's gonna be dead. Okay, I'll save it. Thank you. Okay, so that's
35.
18. Okay.
Now go self.
wizard
That
did
helped
math
out
for me,
Ichabod. He
'cause I
needed
ain't
that.
Too smart. But I come up and I slash. Actually, I think I fly towards him really fast, so it's like a bullet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Shank.
Just stabbing through him, bursting out the other
Yeah,
side,
there's a burst of light from the sword and everything.
and then the thing just drops. And, you know, Lapis, you're clinging to this thing as it falls into the water. You both make a huge splash. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh man, Lapis.
Ichabod gets pecked
Do it.
slightly because Frazzle was on his hat specifically so that he could avoid getting covered in muck and goo.
Does Lapis still benefit from my +4?
Holy crap.
Yeah, for this you can.
Sure.
I
she
get a
does.
+7 to my dex bonus. Or my dex save, and I got 9.
Yeah, you rolled a 2.
+4.
You get the +4, which is 13. Which so what happens is, if you would have rolled high, you would have been able to ride the wave out of the water and land on the shore. Instead, you are just kind of brought down. You just land in the water, and then this thing lands down on top of you.
Shit.
Oh, I can hold my breath. I'll be fine.
So I only used one attack.
Yeah.
Can I
Maybe
use the
it
rest of my
knocked the wind out
movement?
of you.
If you got more movement, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I got 60 feet of fly speed, so I figure I can get to at least to this guy, right?
Yeah, 'cause it looks like you only used about 30 feet of movement to get to where you were. So yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna hit him with my sword. That's a 27. Oops, still had advantage, but
That's
27.
okay. 27 hits.
Yep, and that's gonna be 17 damage total.
Yeah, which is more than enough to take this thing out.
Okay. Bonus action, I'll move my sword. 5, 10, 15. This is the part of a spiritual weapon that I hate. I can't move very fast.
Nope, that's the limitation of spiritual weapon.
Yep.
But that is your turn. We have one gazer left, and yeah, it just kind of squawks in fright. Makes some garbling sounds of different things that have been dying here in the.
Fucked up.
It goes flying off 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to right there. 5, and then 25, 30. And you just can, it basically you watch as it goes flying from its pool down to that corridor to the south, babbling and gurgling and screaming this entire way.
Trying to get his dad to come whoop our ass.
Or his mom. I don't
Yeah,
know how
that-
these things work.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it ran, and that's where we're at. So that's where we're going to end things for this evening, because at least in the moment, the thing flew away, another thing flew away. Everyone's marveling at the ability they've been able to kill all these other abominations. But there's more to come, and so we're going to find out what happens with that next session. So, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back next Monday at 3 p.m. Central to find out what happens with the Debauchery Circus and what they're going to find at the end of this tunnel. So once again, on behalf of everyone here in the Debauchery Circus and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say thank you again for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Good night.